So we're finally here, Power Rangers Cosmic Fury Episode 10, the series finale, the season finale, and supposedly the last season of Power Rangers before this reboot happens. And to be honest, I'm kind of choked up after watching this episode. Not because it's supposedly the last season of Power Rangers, it's because it's saying goodbye to this cast and these characters that I've been following for the past couple of years. And one thing that usually does get me choked up when I watch a season finale for a show that I've been following for so long is saying goodbye to characters that you've followed for a really long time. And I've been following Dino Fury since episode 1, when we had rumors and rumblings going on, and now we're saying goodbye to this cast and crew. And it hits you right in the stomach because you've grown to love these characters as we've traveled the galaxy through with them. We've watched them battle. But before we get to my final thoughts on the season, let's recap and review the episode because there's a lot to go over. So, the episode opens up with Ion in this white void, and he soon comes across Zato, but it's not Zato. He's got blue eyes, and he's not talking like it's actually Zato. And what we find out, or what's implied with what happens with who Ion is talking to, it's what his mind wants him to think that he's talking to Zato. So Ion's sort of like in the void, and he thinks that he's talking to Zato. But who he's actually talking to is Zordon, which is really crazy, like a big crazy twist that they've got going on. Because when Jin Snaka was posting rumblings and rumors that Zordon would be appearing in Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, or getting revived in Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, I was not happy about that rumor. Like, I was not happy about that supposed leak that could happen in the show. Because my standpoint is that Zordon should stay dead. He should remain dead. And I thought we'd probably get this big moment in Cosmic Fury where they turn on the tube and Zordon's in there. But that wasn't the case. What's sort of implied when Billy hears about this news at the end of the episode is Zordon is out there, but he's a ghost in the Morphin Grid. So all that hard work that Billy was doing in Once and Always actually might have worked, and Zordon's actually out there. He's just floating around in the Morphin Grid. And Billy does have this nice moment where you can sort of see him thinking and having sort of like this deep thought going through his brain that he knows that Zordon's out there and maybe he'll focus on reviving him. And they do tease that, like, it does tease or does hint at that he's probably going to keep looking for him. And they call it a ghost hunt because he's sort of like floating around in the Morphin Grid. But after that, like, Ion soon wakes up and he does join the Rangers eventually. Well, after he tells them that news. I gotta jump to sort of like what happened at the last episode where they were sort of surrounded and about to get blown up. But they're saved by none other than Slifer and Mucus, who come in to save the day. And the Rangers are able to escape with the correct energy tube with the evil Z-Wave. And they're able to get back onto their ship. And as they escape the planet Eltar, they're flying through all the ships. Billy comes in with some assistance, and this moment popped me, because you see the Once and Always, like, 3D Megazord render, and you're like, oh, cool, there it is, and then suddenly, out behind the Dino Megazord, you see several Megazords, and two of them really popped me, because two of them are some of my fan-favorite ones. So, joining the battle in this big space battle Megazord, you've got the Beast Morphers Megazord, the Ninja Steel Megazord, the Dino Zord Megazord, the original Megazord, freaking Lost Galaxy, and of course the Astro Megaship. Two of those last ones are some of my favorite Megazord designs, and although the 3D renders for them are kind of iffy, you don't see a lot all of them, it did pop me when I see that moment when, like, they all pulled out and they joined the battle. Like, I'm so glad that moment didn't get spoiled for me online, because if it did, I feel like I would have not got excited for that moment like I did when I first watched the episode, because I love those Zords, and it was cool to see stuff like that as well. Min's there too, but she doesn't say anything. You see the Yellow Ranger, but she's just piloting the background. which kind of sucks. I kind of wish they could have got Charlie Kirsch to do some ADR or something like that, where she says something like all systems online, ready to go. But she doesn't. She's just like piloting in the background, and Billy's sort of doing all the talking while that's going on. So that does suck that Min doesn't say anything, but she's there, sort of as like, hey, it's Min. She's there too. She's piloting the Zord, and is what it is. So the Rangers soon realize they've got to find a way to stop Zordon, stop Zed's tube from cracking and releasing the energy wave. So what they do is they go back to Zordia to sort of put the staff back in there, and they realize that they need to do it all together, but Bajilia intercepts them, and although they're able to defeat her, the tube ends up getting cracked, and out of nowhere, Zato comes out, and we soon find out that he's a Morphin Master. Something that I theorized a while ago, and people copied my theories, which it is what it is. People are going to copy your theories, even though you put them out first, is what it is. Not mad, but I'm the one who did call this first, that Zato would turn into a Morphin Master, and I'm glad I'm right. I'm glad I was right on the money with that one when it came to that theory, because I think that's something that I was gunning for the longest time, having a theory that Zato was training, or he'll end up being a Morphin Master. So Zato and the other Rangers go inside the energy tube, and they bargain with Lord Zed, and they say to Lord Zed, saying, hey, we need you to work with us, but we've got to separate all the Morphin Masters from you, or the universe is going to get destroyed. And even Ollie does say to Zed, saying, hey, it's survival of the fittest, you kind of need to do this or you'll be destroyed. And Lord Zed eventually listens to our heroes, and he gets pulled out of the tube, and they're teleported to the planet Nibiru. Now, the planet Nibiru was introduced in Dino Fury Season 1, and it's the planet where you'll sort of recreate your own worst nightmares, and if you're evil, you won't be able to sort of break through the illusion. And this is where I got really annoyed, where I felt like the writers didn't pay attention to what Lord Zed they were using. I feel like this was a callback for the sake of a callback, because it's season 30, and it's like supposedly like the last ever season. So Lord Zed's worst nightmare is that Rita's there, and it's like Rita, I say with quotation marks because she's got the face cream on her, she's got the cucumbers over her eyes, so you don't actually see who the actress is. It's not Carla, it's not anyone else pretending to be Rita. It's you could just say it's like a very short Asian woman they got to sort of dress up as Rita, cover their face and do their best Barbara Goodson impression, because one thing that kind of slightly annoyed me, I'm going to nitpick about, go on a bit of a tangent about, is that they ignored the whole Lord Zed continuity that they established way back in Dino Fury Season 1, where they said that this is Lord Zed at his worst, but on this planet, Lord Zed's worst nightmare is serving his wife, which wouldn't make sense because, this was Lord Zed before he probably even met Rita, and now he's serving Rita, because they never even brought up if Lord Zed was married or anything like that as he was making his appearance. And I feel like this was like a last minute thing that they did to sort of shove in like a Rita reference, because, it's Power Rangers season 30 years of Power Rangers. Let's put in Rita there for like the fans who will probably know this reference. And I get it. They did that, but I don't know, that's just my nitpick. So, Zato is now a Morphin Master, and his time on Earth is no longer here. So he's going to go off and live with the Morphin Masters and watch over the Rangers within the Morphin Grid. And I'm not going to lie, this moment got me choked up, because Zato is probably one of my favorite Power Ranger characters in recent history. He's an awesome Red Ranger, he's an awesome character. He's had probably one of the best arcs in Power Rangers history in the longest time. Like, I know that people say Tommy's had the best arc, but Tommy had his 6-episode Green with Evil arc and then Dino Thunder. I love Tommy, but I feel like Zato's had the most consistent arc with the 3 seasons that he got, from like start to finish. That character told a story from the moment he was introduced to the moment when the character left the scene, and that was cool to see. And when Zato says goodbye to everyone in Ion, that got me choked up, because I love Russell's performance as Zato. He does an excellent job, and like I said, when you say goodbye to characters like that, it pulls on my heartstrings. And when they all say goodbye to Zato, it's like I was saying goodbye to Zato as well. So the episode ends with, like I said, the Billy finding out that Zordon's alive because Harvey's singing a song where he says may the power protect you, and Billy's like, oh, that's really cool that he's incorporating Zordon's old saying into his lyrics, and Ion's like, no, that's what the Zato person told me when I met him, and Billy's like, wait, what? So that's when he finds out that Zordon could be alive or not. But like, Harvey's doing his big performance, and you have all the characters rush out on stage and they do this big performance, sort of like this big sort of like group hug, and Zato says cool coolio in the end, which was nice to see. I'm glad that he got to close off, like his final lines was cool coolio. I'd love that. Like that, I feel like that's become like his, like that's the Zato meme saying that caught on, and I'm glad it caught on and it became his catchphrase. But Amelia becomes a big sister, and they named their daughter Poppy, which was really nice because they said they named it after the person that saved them all those years ago, Tarek and Centaura, which would be Poppy. Really nice name, like they give the child. But yeah, like it ends with like everyone sort of hugging together and having a big laugh on stage with everyone we've seen in the show so far. And it's a really nice moment indeed. And like Zato says cool coolio. And then they close off the show, and then they close off the series, and that's Power Rangers Cosmic Fury coming to a close. So that was Power Rangers Cosmic Fury Season 30. What are my overall thoughts on this season? Well, I might come back and do another video talking about my overall thoughts after I digest, after just watching this series. But overall, I thought this was a fun ride. I feel like this isn't the end of Power Rangers as a whole, the end of the TV show. I feel like this is the end of the Cosmic Fury Rangers story, and there's still more out there to be explored in the Power Rangers universe, that sort of hope that Zordon's alive out there, that Billy can still find him. We could see these characters again. Like, I feel like this isn't the end of Power Rangers as a whole. I feel like the journeys will continue in some shape or form, even though there's this reboot happening, because I know that everyone says this is the end of an era, but I feel like this is just the closing chapter of one era, and a new era is about to begin later down the line, because we could continue these adventures sometime in the nearby future if they do like another reunion special. You never know, but overall, I feel like Cosmic Fury was a pretty fun season and a good closer to the Dino Fury characters and this cast and crew, because this was mostly their journey coming to an end, as Cosmic Fury is essentially Dino Fury Season 3. And I'll probably do another video later down the line giving my thoughts on this season and what I thought of it, but I feel like this season could have had a couple more episodes, because I feel like 10 episodes just flew by, because people have binged this from who I've talked to. They said like the pacing just goes by really quickly, and I feel like if they were able to get a couple more episodes from Hasbro greenlit, then maybe they could expand on a few more things, and apparently they wanted to, but they never got around to doing that. But overall, this was a pretty fun season, and whatever happens next is whatever happens next. I'm probably not going to make 50 videos on what we'll see next for the future of Power Rangers. I feel like after watching Cosmic Fury and sort of leading up to the hype and the build-up of Cosmic Fury, I'm more Cosmic Furied out, and I might just want to take a break talking about the future of Power Rangers for a while. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that was Power Rangers Cosmic Fury Episode 10. And what did you guys think of this episode? What did you guys think of this season overall? Because it's come to an end, it's come to a close, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. And thank you to everyone who stuck with me on this wild ride from Dino Fury Season 1 to Cosmic Fury, or following the leaks or the rumors that I would talk about, or the theories I would talk about. Thank you for sticking with me or joining me on those adventures, and we'll see what happens next. Also, I probably spammed your notification feeds with nothing but Cosmic Fury reviews for the last 24 hours, but it is what it is. But overall, I feel like this was a fun episode, and whatever happens next, and I'll be there to talk about it. So With that said, have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, take care, bye.